I'm Rods, and this is the 80th episode of the RSA. So, I thought first, a lot of people knew that this is the 80th, and let's see if anybody had anything to say about the product so far and everything. So, let's check it out. Wow, I thought I had some audio for this, but guess the people that I told I was doing the 80th thing thought maybe they want to say something. Actually stiff-armed me, so that's okay. Well, let's go to the next segment, shall we? Called a mark with the Titanium Championship Wrestling, or whatever the hell they're called, the Kevin Owens wannabes, and call me a mark. That's fine. I mean, I'm not offended by it. I'm actually happy to be a mark because, in my opinion, any wrestling fan that bought a ticket, bought a t-shirt, has the WWE Network, anything that they purchased for wrestling is a mark. So why would you guys want to insult me when you guys are the exact same thing? So that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. So yeah, we know the channel sucks because only 16 people on YouTube and 50-some people supposedly watching on Facebook with the RSA review. So yeah, that's about it. Let's go to the next segment, shall we? I did a review on Thunder Rosa, and yeah, great wrestler. She knows the business, and I'm going to stick to my guns what I said about that. But when you make a custom theme and you have to, hey, this is a song I'm using, can you do this? Okay, give the custom theme. You don't hear nothing about it. So, no one to luck because I teamed with TroubleRadioRocks.com, Trouble Radio. It's a love layer to Brad Prince. Explained the situation. He created it. He gets all the credit for the mix he did. And it was a good mix. And never got a, hey, I like it. Hey, can you change it? So I'm thinking, yeah, she's learned the business. Maybe she learned how to use people. Hey, that's fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll make it definitely in the business. So just make sure you stay on the dark side, okay? Let's go to the next segment, shall we? Now, if you're a promoter and you see the video about your promotion that didn't really get reviewed because there was a lot of complaints, wouldn't you think that you would go to that guy and say, okay, what exactly happened? Well, I'm just going to come out and say, when you got fans basically in front of you that are saying, oh, well, we know all the wrestlers, we're really close with them and everything, and they have to block your way and basically pick fights. You have a guy that's working in VFW or Legion Hall, they can't wash his hands, they have smoking a cigarette, and serving you hot dogs. There's a major problem right there. And unfortunately, when you're having a street fight and someone like me says, hey, I got some street signs I want to get rid of. You want them? And you were told to bring them down. Then the promoter actually sees you and, you wave. They look at you and walk away. That's kind of unprofessional. And just wanted to go back and say, I keep getting invited to go to the Brainbuster Pro. No, I won't go back because it's just unprofessional. There's more I want to say about that, but I'll save that for another time. So, let's just go back to another segment. It's just, no, I just don't want to talk about that. Now, when people have a podcast or a company that has a bunch of podcasts, you would think that you belong because you've done some stuff for them. A lot of people came up to me and says, "Hey, can you make a skit? Hey, can you make a skit?" Because I was just learning. I made the skits, but when you need something, you're still waiting over a month, 2 months for just an audio clip and stuff. It's like early in the video, I said, well, let's go check out the audio. Nobody put audio or video, so I just think, once the shows are great, but I really starting to think that the personalities of the people is like, oh yeah, we're just gonna give you what you want to hear, but we don't want to help you out. Fine, that's fine with me. I'll just do things my way. That's why I do these videos. So I'm very happy in my little own world. I was told that I live on my own moon. Yeah, I do. I just have trust issues, and I do things my way, and I have fun with it. So this this video right now, laid back, it's just a ramble, and we're just cutting certain things, putting pictures up, some audio, and just doing what I'm doing. So let's just go to the next segment. So we were talking about maybe giving up the YouTube channel and drop the dream of the rock and wrestling show, but I had a person that says, why do you want to do that? Let's expand the brand. Well, it's kind of tough to do when certain things are going on. My mom and dad got sick, and I'm struggling with a computer. I'm very computer illiterate. I can only do a few things, but I got the programs I need. I've done some stuff, make some goofy audios like on here. I have the what if the Mountie joined the NWO, what would his theme sound like, and just made something really quick. And it took me 4 hours to make a 1:10 clip. So, and it could have been better, but it was just like spare of the moment because I had a creative block. So, as far as doing a rock and wrestling show, well, I do have a co-host. I have a new program which I'm having a hard time setting up. I have the virtual cables, so I can record the Skype and do the whole show thing. I just need some help getting that set up. It's like I said, I can't understand exactly what I'm doing, but I can usually figure it out. But it's been a couple of weeks, and then the final piece of the pie is I need to get a voice changer, so I can change my voice into a little kid's voice, female voice, yada yada yada, XOXO. So, do I still want to do the rock and wrestling show? Absolutely, as long as I get a start date. Derek, I know you're probably watching this, and I heard what you said, but let's give it some time. I think with the co-host, everything's going to be really good. I'm not going to give a lot of what I'm going to do with that because I've had a couple things stolen. Like I did a review of the Viking War Party, and no more than maybe a week later, someone's pushing, "Oh, they got a DVD out! They got a DVD out!" And basically, that person I felt like that person was stealing my ideas. So that's just me. It's who I am and stuff. So, but the co-host thing, when you need a smart ass, someone that's way sarcastic, somebody that knows the history, somebody that knows the whole platform and know the business. Yeah, this person is going to be the awesome co-host, but I'm not going to say co-host anymore. He's my tag team partner, and yeah, it is a male. I'm not prejudiced against females. It's like the whole thing started with the co-host was I was going to actually, when I was canceling everything, I said, well, put your application in and let's get a co-host, see if we could do this rock and wrestling theme. And it'll be up for 24 hours. 2 days later, everyone's putting stuff in. I'm like, really? You guys don't... Yeah, basically, social media really sucks. It's supposed to be good for everything, and I've had nothing but bad luck with it. But the sad thing is, I'm still going to do these videos, and I'm working on a rock and wrestling show. So let's just go to the next segment, okay? I know it's jumping around, but rather just get straight to the points. You know, like I said, you know, I got the YouTube page, I got the Facebook page, and I always say, hey, I like to do a Q&A and, you know, my thoughts on stuff. And a lot of people, 50 people on the Facebook page, not one person will say anything. I'm like, really? 50 people, you guys like my page? Well, basically, you're just making me happy, but, you know, I always said it's, you know, participation. I always love that because it's interacting. I like to interact with people in one way or another, so. But, no, that didn't really pan out, so. Do I still want to keep that page? Yeah, so I can put these lame-ass videos I make up, you know? And no, I'm not getting hard on myself. My goal is to make them as bad as possible, and maybe someone will actually say something. So, let's go to the positive side of things, okay? I did a couple of promotions and companies that are doing everything right, and most of the companies in the Midwest are doing everything right. I was supposed to do a SSW based out of Wisconsin review, and it's another thing. I've asked people to check it out, give me your thoughts. I like to put a whole mashup video in, you know, from people that never heard of this company and everything. Well, I enjoy the company, and if I could say anything, because they're based out of Wisconsin, they're my grilled cheese sandwich and milk, you know, for lunch kind of deal. I would love to give a proper review, but I think I'm going to go more in depth with that some other time. I actually did push that away. I stiff-armed it away because I was supposed to have, a few weeks ago, a lot of people with another.com that were going to put their 2 cents in, and they kind of stiff-armed me, so why should I ask them for help anymore, right? So, I'm Rods. This is a Ramble episode 2 for the 80th episode. I'd like to thank Joey Goombas. I'd like to thank House of Klaus, that guy, you know, class act, man. I know he was in Connecticut, and he didn't know the whole story, what was going on, because I kind of got a hold of him late. So, I hope your trip was good. Oh, I forgot to say, I do have a troll on the YouTube page, and you go ahead and keep running your mouth and stuff, make videos about how bad my videos are, how you won't subscribe, but yet you subscribe to my page. So, you're awesome, Abba. You are so great. You are officially my hero. I'm so happy that you live in your mom's basement or whatever, when, you know, looks like that. You just, a boiler room or something. So, awesome guy. Check out his page. He's worse than me, but he has the views. So, I want to give you a little cheap plug-in, okay? You're awesome, man. I'm so happy for you for, you know, you insulting my product. Like I said, I really don't care. I am actually enjoy what I'm doing. You just, you know, have issues because whenever I talk about my wrestling stuff, you always have a smart-ass remark. So, I'm Rods. Thanks for checking everything out. Do I want to continue with these videos? Well, we'll see what happens. Right now, I'm working on the audio projects, and this is my 80th episode, Rambo Part 2. I'm Rods. Thanks a lot.